Hello everyone, this is Cool Pro 195 streaming live with the Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time demo PS4 Power live stream. So yeah, I'll be showcasing the Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time demo being played on the PS4 Pro. And yeah, I pretty much had to restart the stream, which is why you saw that went offline. But anyways, yeah, welcome to the live stream, little Garbo, once again. And yeah, I've already shared this all over social media, so I don't even have to take care of that. But yeah, I'm just gonna launch up the PS4 Pro so we can get started. Okay, so pretty much the reason why I'm doing the demo now, like especially now of all times, is because it's pretty much now like the only available time that I have before the game actually comes out, and I know that some people are playing it already because it's already out in other regions like Australia, New Zealand and Japan. Even though like I do own the physical Japanese version as well, like from the Japanese PlayStation store, but I didn't even get a chance like to do the live streams of both the PS4 and Xbox One demos. And like I wanted to get them out of the way before actually getting onto the full game itself. But like I've been really pressed for time, so this is why like I just happen to have gotten to them now of all times. By the way, for this setup, especially for this live stream, I'm actually using two capture cards at the same time, believe it or not. I mean, I was like with my HD60S, but now I'm using my HD60S Plus and my AverMedia Live Gamer 4K, man. Don't know why I was gonna go half Scottish there, but what the fuck ever. Anyways, let me just launch in, and yeah, this is my main account right here. So this is the account I'll be playing the demo off of. Oh, and look, the Japanese version is ready to use. As you can see, it's already been released, but I think there's a padlock, although I'm not sure if I can actually play it straight off this account. Actually, I think you can, but I don't know, it depends. Yeah, I think this is either the UK one or the US one. From my memory, it's like the US. It's actually like the US copy that I got from the American PlayStation store. Like these accounts. So I'll log out for a second and just jump into my Japanese account. Just a quick showcase, and yeah, the second one like is typically the Japanese account. Yeah, because it's got like the Japanese notifications and everything. But yeah, I could play it now if I wanted to, but I'm not going to, because as I've said before, I'm gonna live stream the demo for Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time. And yeah, I've been meaning to do them for a bit of time now, but the thing is that actually I've been meaning to do it like during the past week, but the live streams, they just kept on getting delayed. I mean, after my live stream test with the Elgato Game Capture HD60S Plus, I pretty much like the archive file itself that was uploading to YouTube, like it was recorded at pretty much like an over the top sort of like set bitrate per se. It pretty much had like the bitrate of a 4K file, which explains why it was taking like, you know, extremely long as fuck to upload. It took like roughly 2 days to upload, which was really stupid for a 1080p file of a 1080p 60 frames per second recording. I don't know if you guys are still there, but if you are, then you know, it'd be nice to see. It'd be nice to see you pop up again. I think I'll just like give little Garbo a nudge. just in case. Oh, by the way, some of you who are in the Dingo Crash Discord server, you can feel free to join the commentary if you want, as I'm currently in the general voice chat channel. But I'll do whatever I can of this. And by the way, like, before I start, I'd like to say that, yeah, I had 3 live streams planned, like, for this week, which should have happened, like, before today, let alone before tonight. Hence, like, the Japanese version technically releases 10 hours ahead of my time zone, so, like, in a way, it's sort of like having a review copy, but at the same time, not exactly, because, you know, alternative accounts set in a different region. Like, that's the perks of it, getting to play a game like 10 hours early, which is really sick. But unfortunately for my case, since I had these live streams lined up, I don't really wanna waste the opportunity of doing these live streams all I can, especially when it comes to building up the hype. Otherwise it'll just be pointless live streaming them, like, after the game comes out. So yeah, by the way, and these two are pretty much, they're exactly the same. Ones from the UK PlayStation Store and ones from the American PlayStation Store, like the US PlayStation Store. So yeah, either way it's still PAL based on my console regions, so yeah. I don't know if that'd be the case for the game. Yeah, nice to see you jump back in, little Garbo. He says, man's back live and that. But yeah, and by the way, like, I was actually gonna do a showcase live stream for those of you who are around for my Elgato Game Capture HD60S Plus live stream test. You would have known that I've initially planned to have done somewhat like a showcase live stream of not the Elgato, but the Crash Bandicoot mobile alpha prototype build for Android being played on the BlueStacks 4 Android emulator for the PC. But of course, like, that fell through, and now that'll have to be a separate live stream altogether, which is now unfortunately no longer of the whole Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time hype build up live stream lineup that I had planned. So yeah. Anyways, I've pretty much had enough to say. Now I'm just gonna jump into the demo, and whichever one I select, it'll still be the same version, so I'm just gonna jump in. I feel like I just briefly had to explain all that, just to, you know, get it out of the way, get out my system, so then we can enjoy the demo for real. Yeah, and as you can see, we don't have Lex Lang's commentary on the Activision logo screen this time. Toys for Bob though. I think the reason why that happened is because of the fact that I clicked on there, but yeah. And of course, Saver Media is having issues, so I'm gonna switch to Elgato now, because since it wants to be a prat and everything. Anyways, here we go. Yeah, I have it open on my phone as well, just in case. Yeah, no commentary from Lex Lang within the Activision intro screen this time. But yeah, pretty sick intro. Yeah, and as you can see, Beanox has worked in association with Activision Shanghai Studio as well. And as you can see, Unreal Engine 4. Oh, time for the epic screen right here. Man, this is dope. And I love how amazing this looks. And yeah, it starts off with no music, but then as soon as we press X, of course, we have the agreement to go through. And yes, the agreement shows up every single time we play through the demo every time you load it up. And of course, it's split up within 3 levels: Snowy Out, Dino Dash, and Ship Happens. And yes, I'll just be playing through like the modern playstyle just because that's how this set out as the default, so yeah. And I don't know why there's bits of audio crackling, but yeah, I'm pretty much using, you know, the audio source from the AverMedia Live Gamer 4K to like, you know, as like a band-aid solution, since there are sync issues with OBS, with the HD60, with the Elgato can't put your HD60S Plus source itself. And as some of you will see, like this public demo that was released, it's pretty much like a polished up beta build of the demo itself, in comparison to the press release demo, which was an alpha build played by people such as Kadikarus, Square Eye Jack, Teal Game Master, Canadian Guy A, Crystal Fisher, pretty much various others that were given a promo code. And yeah, shout out to Jeremiah Zaya, who got an early promo code for this public beta demo, this one that we're playing right now. And Ship Happens in the press demo was called Snow Way Out Cortex Timeline, but then of course they decided to change it. But yeah, interesting. Anyways, yeah, a little bit of, you know, trivia for you guys. Hey, TheJoyfulMind, welcome to the live stream. And yeah, this is just the demo so far that I'm playing, but yeah, it's pretty sick, I gotta say. But and also later on, hopefully I'll be playing the Xbox One version live as well, but I'll do that as a separate live stream to keep it all organized. By the way, can you guys actually hear me decently over the audio? Just to check, because I know I have it set it up like pretty well, but I just really want to make sure. Lil Garber says try off Crash Rash of Cortex with a new Elgato. New Legato, I see what you did there, like typo right there. And the definitive version would be, to play that would be like the Xbox version. But anyways, enough. I'm gonna jump right in. Enough of that. I'm gonna jump right into the demo now. And yeah, this theme tune is final, just so you know. And I'm glad it is. There's nothing wrong with this theme tune whatsoever. Yeah, and I think Facebook is just like, you know, playing a lot of notifications, so I'm just gonna close them all. And here we go. Time to jump into Snow Way Out. And I gotta say, I love these loading screens. Like, the visual effects are just epic.
Crash Bandicoot, you banished me to the past, but all it did was give me more time to plan your doom. You'll find me up the mountain. Don't freeze on the way.
Well, you know, I'm sensing a real fraught history here. How many times have you beaten this clown anyway?
3.
Really? Only 3? Funny. Seemed like more.
No, I gotta say, it's actually pretty funny the way the game, in a way, partially breaks the fourth wall there. Like, in a way it references to how, like, pretty much, it's a side reference to all the other games that were pretty much set in the chronological timeline, but since this was set, like, straight after the events of Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, like, it's kind of referencing them as, like, an alternate timeline, so it's as if Lane Lole, you know, either saw into the future, or had a vision of the future of some sort, or he came from a different timeline. But either way, like, all will be discovered in the final game. Anyways, Snow Way Out, this is the first level in the game, and the ice physics right here are pretty different, and yet they are different to how they were in the original. And I really like how you can't spin away Wumpa Fruit, although it does suck how you can't collect them straight away. Anyways, Kapunawa, we can use her to slow down time. And of course, like L2 is now for the heads-up display. Okay. Okay, this is different. Okay, I get what's happening here. There we go. Okay, that was really close right there. And yeah, the physics are a lot different to what we are used to, and it's really challenging in comparison to the OGs. So yeah, like, you gotta be really fast. Even when it comes to landing, there's still like that added momentum right there. It feels like it's got like that Crash 1 type momentum. So yeah, you gotta be really careful with the steps you make. Yeah, great sense of humor as well. Yeah, JoyfulMind says nice. Have to keep it on my radar. Good to know, and voices go for me. Yeah, that's cheers for the update, man. And he says, "Ha, good sense of humor. Tell me about it." Well, okay, this is. Yeah, I'm pretty much having those like reflexes of, you know, like pressing the circle button at pretty much the wrong time. So yeah. Just be really careful. Whoa, I nearly fucked that up. Oh yeah, by the way, you cannot touch these, especially when you're slowing down time. But you can really use Capuno to your advantage. By the way, I will be taking my time to go through these secret areas, and just like that, I died, and I know exactly how that happened. I did a body slam up there, which I shouldn't have done, which is dumb as fuck. Okay, I know what I should have done. I should have just kept on going, but yeah. Okay, well, that was really close. Like, I redeemed myself with Capuno right there. Okay, yeah, like, man, like, you know, it's intense, like, when you smash TNTs next to crates in this game, because now, like, you pretty much have, like, another sort of headache to worry about, in some sense, because, like, now it's a race to, like, get all the Wumpa Fruit, because now that's actually part of the completion. It's nice how like they kept the double jump naturally, even though the Death Tornado you don't have that naturally. But that comes from Akano, like one of the masks that we're gonna use, and here we are jumping into the bonus round for Snow Way Out. Man, oh, this is a pretty sick bonus round, and especially with what you can do. Man, and you can one cycle this shit, but let's see how I'm gonna do this because. Okay. Well, I got that first time, which is epic. Oh, that was close. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, I know how that fucked up. It was like the wrong timing for that crate, but I definitely one cycled that first part. By the way, these nitro crates, as you saw in the alpha build, just had like the letter N plastered on them. Okay, I think like the Capuno word just sort of, I think like the slowing down time mechanic just sort of like activated a little late. Okay, I know what fucked up there. At least you can still redeem yourself, which is pretty cool. I mean, you really gotta precisely time that shit. And yeah, I did not intend to press the fucking circle button right there. It's just pulling all sorts of insane trailer trash bullshit right here. But yeah, the loading screens are so much better in this game. Like, Toys for Bob did so much better than... They did so much better with the loading screens especially than they did with... than Vicarious Visions and Beanox have done with the loading screens for Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy and Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Like, to think that we could have seen like loading screens with that sort of level of detail within Insane Trilogy and Nitro Fueled. Like, that would have been epic. And yeah, we bounce off the Nitro crates as well. Oh, I got all three of them, that was epic. Okay. yeah, the concept is easy, it's just the mechanics that are an issue. And in terms of positioning, that's another headache to deal with. What the hell, man? Here we go again with the body slamming in midair when I don't even need them to. By the way, the slide jumping mechanic is actually helpful, which is pretty cool. Okay, I know I used Capuno at the complete wrong time for that. Yeah, it doesn't disappoint me at all either. I'm hyped as fuck for this. But yeah, as I was gonna say, like, as for the nitro crates, as you saw, like, in the alpha build, like, it was literally just like, it only had like the letter N like plastered on top of them, and it wasn't even like the text either. It was actually, fun fact, like, it was actually like the N from Dr. Neo Cortex's forehead being plastered on to the crate itself, but then it was recolored in order to fit the aesthetic of a nitro crate. Whoa, glitch much? You see that? Like, I was caught like on the edge of that crate as soon as it, like, in a way partially phase shifted per se, even though it's not technically phase shifting because that's what Lane Lole does. I know why it activated late, because like those other times I didn't actually wait, so like, yeah. I know this looks easy, but trust me, like, it isn't 100%, like, it's a case of getting used to the mechanics. Although it is cool how you can, like, oh yeah, and I forgot to use Capuno as well, reflex action, which sucks. And I'm super pumped for this shit. By the way, like, the music for the bonus rounds, I gotta say, like, in a way, they didn't go, like, as much out of their way in order to, like, you know, make them differentiate from the levels themselves. It's still pretty much like a remixed version of, you know, it's pretty much still like, these bonus round tracks are still like, you know, remixed versions. Oh, that was retarded. But yeah, they're pretty much still like remixed versions of like the main level themes, but they sound like more mechanical and more retro, more mechanical per se. But at the same time, with like the layer that they added on top of it, it also in a way makes it sound like it's more of like a challenge room per se, or just like a challenge section that belongs to said levels. Okay, so you gotta weigh it out a bit. Man, I know what's tripping me up there is the ice physics. I just got it. Yeah, sometimes like I'm just using them. I gotta be really careful, but yeah, sometimes I'm using Capuno too early. Although it's cool though, as soon as you run out of like, you know, the time slowing down mechanic, as soon as it stops you can restart it up again instantly, which is what I really like. Okay, I'm gonna take my time with this. Perfect. Wait, I think I might know my strategy now. Because like, in order to get over Wumpa through, I actually need to, like, you know, get my way like above the nitro crates. I need to like make it over there without touching the nitro crates first, so then they don't explode and destroy those crates. And also like the crouching and jumping mechanic is actually, it's pretty seamless. Like, they both interact really well, and I have to say it's actually better than Insane Trilogy's like mechanic. You don't have that bullshit animation framing there. And yeah, like, I've spent a lot of time in this bonus round. Okay, it's like I touched that water and bounced, but I still like, you know, sort of, well, I didn't fuck up, but like, I jumped and then like fell back in again because obviously that wasn't enough to get me back up. Just made that. It's like, it's just hurdles. Okay, I think I know what I really need to do here. Yes! My plan was correct! My calculations were indeed correct. Okay, I'm not gonna hop on this platform just yet. I know exactly what I need to do. I'll use Kapunua, just like bounce off these crates, and collect all these Wumpa fruits, and just like that I've completed the bonus round 100%. By the way, yeah, there are also secret areas which you gotta dodge. Well, not dodge, but like find, and they're cleverly hidden as well. Oh, and also there's a speedrun strat where you can actually skip the cutscene, which is pretty neat. And you do that by like jumping from on top of that, you know, top of that little platform up there. It's kind of like a bit of shelter. But yeah, anyways, here's the cutscene where the ship explodes, and it comes from the Cortex timeline. Like, it's pretty cool how like it pieces everything together. Okay, so yeah, and just like that we also have our first hidden gem in the level. So yeah, I think presumably there are 3 hidden gems within each level. And like, to skip this, like, you can actually, you know, jump all the way from here to there, but it takes a lot of precision. And here we have like, you know, this section where we slow down platforms, and this is pretty much right here a reference to Crash Mind of a Mutant in terms of mechanics, because like Kapunua's slowdown time is pretty much like that same mechanic as you have from like one of those mutants that you use to slow down time in order to get past like really fast rotating and moving platforms within Crash Mind of a Mutant. And here we have new crates. Oh, I see right here, this is a flashback tape right here, which is, you know, currently not highlighted because presumably because we're playing the demo. Aha, and you can smash them, which is pretty cool. But yeah, we got to go back here as well because there are hidden boxes. Whereas like a lot of people, it's an oversight. And here we have our second hidden gem of the level. I don't know, in a way it feels smooth, but at the same time like a bit rough. But in a way, I do like how flexible the controls feel. It's quite epic. And yes, you can make it across just like that. And yeah, there are hidden crates up here as well, which is in a way kind of like a Crash 1 reference. By the way, like, helpful tip and hot tip as well, like, when you're bouncing, if you hold X, you actually like get, you know, a sick like rocket jump, like followed by like, in a way, it's sort of like a magic trail. Like, it's an epic aspect of a game. And yeah, rookie mistake, do not get a checkpoint before going to the left into this secret area. Like, smash these crates first, otherwise you're just gonna have to keep coming back here every time you die. Wow, okay, I gotta admit the camera angle wasn't so helpful there, but whatever, we got this shit. That was nicely done. I like how like the way his, you know, slide spinning mechanic makes him look like, it makes it look more like a karate kick. And yes, like, that's pretty much effectively how you get up there, the professional way, like a boss. I know some people like get on that lower platform then use those free falling platforms, but me personally, I didn't really need that. And just like that, I've just made it onto that ledge. A little Garbo says, oh, I'll read some of the comments. He says, I do like how this game's jokes are about the fact that it's been a sequel to Crash 3. is CTR and all the games after make no sense to the lore are pretty much spin-offs. Yeah, tell me about it. Speaking of which, I can't wait for all the lore that the flashback tapes are gonna bring. Yes, there are certainly hidden gems, as you can see. Little Garbo. Are there hidden gems into the levels? In fact, yes they are. Does this game not bring back the death roots? You see, that's something I mentioned in Daniel's livestream. Which, you know, I know for a fact that you're there in the comment section, but I'm not sure if he actually heard me mention that in his livestream. But yeah, he was playing the Dino Dash level at the time. By the way, I'm actually using the D-pad because I'm just that much of a classic purist. And no, there's nothing up here. I don't know why I was gonna say nothing, but what the fuck ever. Oh yeah, if you stand right on the edge, you're just setting yourself up for failure here. But yeah, let's Kapunawa that shit. Oh wait, I used it too early. Unless you used Kapunawa pretty much more than you should, or just chain a decent amount of Kapunawas and that's fine. Well, I swear I died more than 3 times, but I don't know. I think do you redeem amounts of deaths? That's interesting if that's the case. I don't know whether that's even to do with me finding hidden gems or completing the bonus round, or... Okay, I think I know what happened there. But yeah, it looks like this game does not bring back death paths. I'm not sure if that's to do with inverted mode. I think inverted mode might be replacing that aspect altogether. Although it would be interesting to see death roots. Man, it's just a case of using Kapunawa either too early or too late. Ah, about time. No pun intended. Man, you see, it's such, a cheesy-ass title to the point where it can be applied to anything. Okay, I got all 3 gems in terms of Wumpa fruits. So yeah, I think there are a number of gems that apply to different things to do with the game. And while I didn't even need to touch this motherfucker because he was just standing there sleeping. I do like the music that they composed for this game, it's really sick. Oh yeah, these sync down, so yeah, be aware of that. And I think there are more crates back here unless I'm mistaken. Nah, I think that was the last. I think that was pretty much the only crate that was there. Although some of it, I gotta say, it does look like it belongs. In a way, that platform over there, it'd be interesting if you could actually make it onto there, but I think that's just part of the scenery. Oh, that was close. Spin this motherfucker. Oh yeah, and the way Aku Aku acts, he's pretty much the only master that protects you, but the way he spins around you, it's in a way, it's sort of like a CTR reference. But I'm not sure if they actually did that with CTR in mind, but they probably did, knowing Beanox's involvement with the game's development. Okay, one thing you don't want to do is touch the TNT crate right here. Just smash all the crates around it first and then smash the TNT crate. That's the approach you want to take. And I just made that. Yeah, sometimes you gotta tempt fate to get results. And no, you cannot use that life preserver to save yourself. Just setting yourself up for failure there. And as you can see, there are hidden crates behind here for those who can't see past certain visual effects per se. Oh yeah, I don't have Kapunawa, but I don't want to waste my Aku Aku, so yeah, fuck those nitro crates. Wow, that was pretty decent. Like, it feels slower than it does as well, like in the originals and in Insane Trilogy. I think that must be all the Wumpa fruit unless I'm mistaken. I'm missing one crate, like where the fuck is this one crate that I missed? That is really weird. I know that it's somewhere, but I don't think I can go back and get it. Yeah, this is fucking weird. Okay, like, now that's sort of fucked with my head. But yeah, I don't know where that one crate sort of went. Because like, I'm always like hunting for crates, and yet I don't even have all the crates. I'm not gonna lie, like, that's fucking triggering me. Well, not 100%, but you know. Wait, I must have gotten this guy. Man, the perfectionist in me is just like, you know, you just like bust in to complete the game properly. But I know it's just a demo and it doesn't really matter the outcome. I don't know, I think that's the crate that I probably missed, but I'm not sure. I don't know, because I didn't see that guy there. Okay, I tempted fate there, which is really annoying. Wait, I'm not sure, like, I think there was this one crate that I somehow missed. Okay, that fucked me up. Yeah, another one of these retarded ass death animations. Wow, okay, a fire pit right here. That's interesting. I think that was much earlier in the game as well, but I don't even know. I mean much earlier in the level. I don't even know anymore. But yeah, no, that's messed up. I feel robbed, man. And yeah, you can't spin underneath a TNT crate, especially when you're just trying to, you know, get away from them, a pity mask. But, you know, this is happening on purpose, because I'm trying to, retrace my steps here. I mean, I'm legit just trying to make sense of, yeah, that as well, but really I'm just trying to make sense of, you know, missing one box. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's taking the piss. I'm sorry, but like, the perfectionist in me is just like, it's just like 100% what the fuck is going on here. Yeah, I'm sorry for you lot to have to see this based on like, you know, just based on like how the perfectionist in me is seeing things. Like, it really does take the piss. Okay. Yeah, what the fuck? I don't know, I might actually come back to this level. Just to see what I missed. Yeah. I might replay just in case. Cause like, you know, it's fuckery and I can skip the cutscene now because we've already seen it. But at least, you know, I have a better outlook. Oh, I'm being called for dinner, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, pretty much that was me being called for dinner, and yeah, it's cool that you can, you know, skip cutscenes like that. I was trying to skip past it, but aha. Oh man. Yes, I one-cycled that shit, and I knew I could do it. But, and you don't even have to jump, like, that's a speedrun strat, sort of. Okay, let me just try and get this done as fast as possible. One cycle, motherfucker. Yeah, I anticipated that shit. Oh fuck. No way was I gonna make that. Cunt. It's kind of jokes like the way Kapuna's like, I'm gonna every time she appears. Yeah, I like the visual detail effects of the TNT crates themselves. It's pretty cool. Like, there are very, you know, visual details to like specific crates. But there are some TNT crates that, you know, look all polished and brand new, and some that look damaged, and you can see like dynamite sticks sticking out of them. That's amazing attention to detail right there. Okay. Much more fresh perspective. I was gonna one-cycle that ship until, you know, what the hell? Here we go again. I don't even like these ice physics, but it's gonna take some getting used to. But yeah, like, the trick is to like use Kapuna as soon as you hit the crates. I used Kapuna at a completely wrong time. At completely the wrong time there. Okay, I one-cycled that shit. Oh, okay, that was taking the piss right there. I should have bounced off that nitro crate. Interesting, like, now you don't just bounce off TNT crates, you bounce off nitro crates now as well. That was nice. That was a smooth one-cycle right there. I don't know why, like, I'm using, like, you know, I'm using, like, the spinning mechanic in midair as, like, a safety net. Even though I know for a fact that that's not gonna help as much. But yeah, well, I know for a fact that I didn't miss any boxes in the bonus round, so clearly it was in the main level. Wow, like, I jumped on top of that motherfucker this time. Okay, I was meant to slam on the crates, but that fucked up. Oh, I tried to perform that cutscene skip, but it didn't work. But you gotta be really precise with that. Welcome back to Crash Mind Over Mutant, people. Well, okay, that fucked up. What? Okay, that was retarded. You shouldn't have activated that shit. You shouldn't have done a body slam in mid-air. But yeah, these visual aesthetics though, they're amazing. I think I know exactly like what this was. I went through the level carefully though, that's the thing. Like, oh, don't take the piss. Because I know that there are hidden crates. I know there are. Like, I think you gotta wait a certain amount. Yeah, there's one back here. I knew there was one back here, but I was just getting confused. That's the thing, like, they cleverly, like, hide crates in you know, specific positions. It's like, how the fuck is everyone supposed to figure that out? Like, that's how they trick you, that's how they catch you out. So, like, with me, like, I was only playing in terms of memory, but, you know, it's calm, I got this now. Yeah, as for speedrunning this game, it certainly looks fun, and it feels fun too, but like, since, you know, I haven't played the demo pretty much since I got back home from holiday, but yeah. Yeah, there's nothing over here, but we got all these crates over here. Man, I'm excited to play the full game. You have no idea. I have to say, like, okay, that was a bit retarded there, but I was gonna say, like, I have to say, like, these mechanics are actually, they're more manageable than Insane Trilogy, for a fact. They're far more manageable than Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, without a doubt. They feel much more smoother. Crash doesn't feel heavier to jump anymore. Okay, I didn't make it up there that time. But yeah, that's another way you can make it up there. You can pretty much like slide into the wall and jump up in order to get yourself up there. But as you can see, I only managed to smash the crate, so... Okay, and I chained him along with the Capunoa slowdown cycle. Okay, that fucked up. That was poor timing with Capunoa. That moment when you press triangle and circle at the same time, that's a piss take. It's like you have to try and not press both at the same time when you're in mid-air, because that will catch you off guard. Just like that. With me, like, it's not really to do with platforming skills, it's just to do with, like, you know, the positioning of the buttons. I think in a way it could be better, but at the same time it's like... And I made it up there, just like the first time. That's the professional way to make it up there. Make it up on the first go. Okay, so now I know I don't... Well, now I remembered that I don't need to be fucking about anymore. So yeah. I like how it's been faithful to the Mutant series as well, because like it's referencing like these mechanics, which is pretty cool. And it's interesting that like now that you're using masks for certain power-ups, whereas in the Mutant series you jacked mutants. You took control of like mutants' bodies in order to use certain power-ups. Which again was another interesting concept. So they just needed something to innovate. I gotta say, like, I'm actually not scared to make any moves in this game, which is the funny thing. Well, then again, I was never really scared to make moves in this game to begin with, but I feel more confident with making moves in Crash 4 than I was with Insane Trilogy. And by way of here's one thing that, like, you lot probably would have already noticed by now anyways, is the drop shadow. It's actually like a circle, which pretty much represents a marker of Crash's shadow of where he's actually gonna land. Which is, you know, an interesting mechanic. And I know I don't have to go here, but I just want it for the fun of it. Just ride this ship right here. But yeah, ship doesn't always happen, but yeah. Just be really careful. Okay, I lost my Okroku mask there, but fuck that. At least I know I got all the crates this time. Yes, now I have all the Wumpa Fruit as well. And just like that, we have the gem. Snow Way Out, level complete. Continue, let's continue. A pretty cool loading screen, gotta say. And here we are back to the title screen, and I was pretty much called for dinner, so I'll be right back. We'll be playing Dino Dash next, so don't you guys go nowhere. Don't nobody go nowhere. BRB people. Okay, man's back. We playing Dino Dash next. Yeah, it's going for a bit of time. So yeah, basically like this live stream will now be longer than it's supposed to be because I had to redo Snowy Out. I had to pretty much ended up playing Snowy Out twice, and I was called for dinner, which isn't really helpful in terms of how long this live stream is gonna be now. So yeah. But anyways, moving on to the next level, the second level of the demo, Dino Dash. So yeah, to play through all the hyper levels before actually jumping onto the main game itself. So anyways, now let's jump into Dino Dash. I really gotta love these aesthetic loading screens, they're epic as fuck. You know, I find it interesting how they changed the intro, like from the beta from like the alpha build, like in the beta build for Snowy Out, but in Dino Dash and Ship Happens, they're exactly the same as in the press demo in this beta build. So yeah, it's pretty interesting the approach they've taken. It's like the camera doesn't even pan in. But yeah, anyways. Now we've landed ourselves back into prehistoric times, so in other words, welcome back to Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. And yeah, you gotta be really careful. Although like, it is dope how you can actually pretty much like chain spin a bunch of enemies. Like from one into another. Oh yeah, by the way, like, in a way, this is a familiar mechanic right here. That has like a familiar mechanic, that plant right there, which pretty much spits out acid, and the way it kills you, like, it's like a throwback animation to Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back with those like bomb spitting plants that actually, you know, spit out those bombs and then blow up within your close proximity, and if you're like within close proximity of that bomb, you end up dying. You end up like doing the exact, Crash ends up like, you know, going into that exact same animation where he's, you know, like, where either he feels dizzy or he just kind of fucks up. Well, not exactly fucks up, but you know. Yeah, you gotta be really careful here. And yeah, I'm trying to be careful. Either like spin or slide, whichever way works. If one doesn't work, you try the other. It's all trial and error. Hey little Garbo, says I'm back now. I just had to get a haircut, so I shower. What did I miss? Actually, you didn't miss much. Well, I completed Snowy Out 100% now, so yeah. I had to replay that level, and I missed like that one box, which, you know, is actually not hard to miss, but then again, not everyone was supposed to know that. Like, I knew about it, but I forgot about it. By the way, you didn't miss much because I also had to go and have dinner as well, so yeah. In the meantime, people would just sit, you know, kicking back and listening to pretty much the main theme of Crash Bandicoot 4. So yeah, they're kicking back listening to the main theme tune of Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. It is kind of clever, and yeah, that is kind of like a reference animation to Crash 2. Not gonna lie. And it's interesting how these enemies kind of have like a drop circle as well. Like a drop circle indicator or marker, however you want to put it. Like, part of me actually wants to chain like these enemies. I don't know why like I want to kill these enemies, but I don't know, I just feel like it. Okay, I know what happened, but then again, that's weird as fuck. Like, body slamming into that animation right there. Like, you die like from a death animation. That's like some Insane Trilogy grade shit right there. But, you know, hopefully they polished that up. Okay, well, that was in real close proximity to, like, where the acid spit bomb just landed. Yeah, it's interesting how you can jump on top of, like, these dinosaurs' heads. Yeah, that motherfucker got what he deserved. He got what he deserved. He got his comeuppance. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can just, like, yes, I knew I could skim that with a slide. Perfect. What? That's retarded. Like, I really don't know how that spin, like, missed the enemy. Like, this actually isn't that hard. Okay, I'm gonna kill myself on purpose because I know that, you know, Wumpa Fruit is part of the completion now. It's really cool you can, like, chain them with crates like you can in the originals. Yeah, like, the slide spinning mechanic does actually work. I mean, in some areas you don't necessarily have to jump. All you can do is, like, slide spin and you've already made your way across. I think, like, jumping in certain areas, it's more of a safety precaution if anything. Okay, come on. Yes, we're relying on you to get that Wumpa Fruit. Okay, well, I killed that motherfucker that killed me earlier. And the way they just cower away as well. Oh, here we are with Lane Lole now. Where we can phase shift across, like, puzzle platforming. Like, or puzzle-based platforming sections. And by the way, no, you do not want to phase shift when you're over here. Otherwise, you're just asking to get blown up by that nitro crate there. So yeah, on phase shifting, not only does it phase shift crates, it phase shifts, like, elements of a level, like scenery and pretty much platforming in general, and the rail grinding sections, just like in the Mutant series. Lil Garbo says, what are Wumpa Fruits even for? I think it's just completion based in general, but yeah. They look like mech suits. Like these masks. Like these, you know, quantum masks that protect you. Well, not protect you, but give you power-ups. Says it would be cool. Lil Garbo says it would be cool if Wumpa Fruits was used as a way of currency to buy the costumes and skins. In a way, yeah. I mean, it's better than microtransactions, but you know. Yeah, there's gonna be no MTX as confirmed. Okay, rail grinding sections. I know that you press circle to go down, and then, like, the way you got a phase shift, like, you really gotta time your button presses just right. Just in time, fuck. Oh, I know what I did wrong. I pressed circle the wrong time. Okay, let's do this shit. I spun that motherfucker, what the hell? He should have died. He should have been shot into the distance, but yeah. He just gone and fucking killed me anyway. Man, surprise mechanics suck a lot of cock. But you know how it is. I do find it quite dope how you can I do actually find it dope that you can actually spin on these rail grinding sections. Yeah. Phase shift in FDW. Yeah, fuck you, you prick. I swear wow. That is retarded. I swear you could spin them. Because, like, I even remember spinning them from the last time I played the demo. So, like, I don't know what the fuck is up with that. Oh, well, that's retarded. Okay, well, I'm not even gonna waste time with him. Lil Garba says, I didn't know you was playing Sonic with the grinding sections. Yeah, tell me the fuck about it. It's like some Sonic Adventure / Sonic Heroes type shit right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that cunt. Wait, what happened? Oh no, I didn't miss anything, did I? I'm gonna kill myself in case, because it looks like I missed something in the distance. I'm not taking my chances. Like, I'm legit not taking my chances. Like, you gotta approach this, like, really smart. You don't necessarily need to spin in certain sections. Yeah, and I got all the crates, so, like, that's decent. Oh, now, here we are in the chase sections. Now, this really is a throwback to Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Finally, now, it's time for these sections right here. Man, like, these chase sections. Man, like, I know for a fact that they're challenging, but like, they've made them even more challenging in Crash 4. I know that for a fact. As a matter of fact, like, if you watch Teal Game Master's playthrough of the press demo, like, he had bare trouble with this section. Wow, like, he actually kicked away that Wumpa Fruit, that motherfucker. These death animations, they're, you know, they're very elaborate now. Wow, like, I'm trying to get all of them, but all this shit keeps happening. Although, one thing I didn't mention about the design of the checkpoint crates, which I've been meaning to point out, is that I like how, like, you know, they're more creative now. They have, like, a sort of checkered effect on the sides. Whoa. Like, does that not do anything, or do they just, like, slow you down? That is a fucked up mechanic right there. I think slide spinning helps. Thank god it didn't have to kill the enemies as a thing for 100%. Tell me the fuck about it. That would have been another headache on top. It's enough that they made Wumpa Fruit. It's already like more than enough that they made Wumpa Fruit, like, you know, a requirement for 100% completion. Oh man. See, it's this section that fucks you up right here. It's this section right here. It's, again, like, it's good that you don't spin away Wumpa Fruit. Yes, I got them all. No, don't fuck this up. Oh, that was so close. So close. Come on, man. Just made it past. And this section right here, it's like, what the fuck happened there? Oh well, he's fucked. Yeah, I don't know whether that's something to do with either like a Cortex, Dingo Dial, or Torna aspect, like from like their timelines, depending on who actually visits the prehistoric sections, or depending on who actually visits like the prehistoric era of time per se, or the prehistoric period of time, so to speak. But we'll find out in the full game soon enough. Oh man, like, I know what fucked up. Man, like, that is annoying. Like, I was meant to bounce around that, but that is really annoying. You can't even go up there, man. That is weird. Okay, I'm gonna kill myself because I know, like, that's an over-exaggeration just for that one box, but still. What? Wait, it creates another checkpoint. So, like, that's interesting. I didn't even have to. Oh wait, I just remembered. Yeah, it did. So, like, in a way, like, that's really helpful in terms of how you know, you don't have to necessarily spin that checkpoint. Like, it acts as another checkpoint, and you don't have to go through all of that shit that you just did. Yeah, I knew there was like one of those Wumpa fruit crates that which contain, I think, like either 20 or 25 Wumpa fruits. Okay, so we can finally rest on that front. We can finally relax. This area though looks beautiful, man, with all the aesthetics and everything. Whoa, okay, I know how that fucked up there. Okay, that was close. Yeah, some really close calls in these sections. Oh yeah, by the way, this bonus round right here, is what pretty much almost everyone just walks past and glances over, but not everyone like can see that because it's not 100% eye level. So yeah, like not everyone was meant to would have known that. So yeah, in a way it's kind of like a developer oversight. So yeah, anyways, the approach that we take, it's kind of like a Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back reference. You spin a bunch of crates in a way, and that is kind of fucked up the way that happens. But yeah, back to, you know, slightly remixed versions of the main level theme tunes. I swear you're supposed to slide under them, unless I'm wrong, because that is weird as fuck. I mean, hey, technically if I complete this demo it's still not over yet because I played the Xbox version. That is weird. Oh yeah, it's really sick how you can actually jump on the bonus round platforms as well, like while you're actually in transition. That's really stupid. Oh yeah, and the way that you know, every time you die in this bonus round, like those baby dinosaurs just laugh at you every time. I get the picture now, like you don't hold circle. Like you don't want to do shit like too early. I think my issue was that I was holding circle because it was like a reflex action of mine. That's better. But it takes a brain as well, and yeah, that fucked up. I know what went wrong there. But yeah. It's been a period of time since I last played the demos, so yeah, explains why I'm somewhat rusty. If not pretty rusty. Man, that's fuckery. But yeah, you want to fill in all those crates. I know exactly what to do, it's just a case of executing it perfectly. Okay, one thing you really want to be careful with is like, you know, the spacing between the crates and everything. It's like the explosion radius or like impact radius or shockwave, however you want to put it, is pretty much like it was pretty much over exaggerated in this because like even like after like whole 3 crate lengths you can still like get blown up by a TNT crate. If you're like still 3 crates away, 3 crate lengths away from like an actual TNT crate that's exploding. Like, well, that actually, you know, is in the process of exploding. Okay, I'm gonna have to be really careful now. Yeah, make sure you smash all these before the TNT crates blow up, otherwise you're fucked if you don't get that Wumpa fruit. Okay, let's try and get all these Wumpa fruit. Okay, 155 Wumpa fruits and 38 crates. So that's the bonus round complete. And just like that we get another gem, like, from the amount of Wumpa fruits that we've collected. And now we have another chasing section, but this time it's like we're doing it in like oral grain, like a rail grinding chase, which then like transforms into this right here. Well, okay, that fucked me up. Okay, that's really annoying. But in a way, like that section right here with like the rail grinding, followed by like, you know, a bunch of like different dinosaurs and such. It's like a reference to Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex, the original Crash 4. Okay. Wait, like this motherfucker just gave up. Like I swear, like in the press demo, he would jump and like not make it over. He would just like dramatically fall down. I don't know, I'm trying to see if I can get around there, but yeah. I think some of those crates have like those special abilities to make you jump higher, because I noticed on that other crate, which I was trying to get all the way up there, you know. It didn't exactly work in my favor in terms of bouncing, but yeah. Okay, our cocky mask over here, and behind here we have a hidden gem. Which, again, is another oversight for plenty of people, and for those of you who can't see very well right here, I'm actually standing on top of yet another outlined flashback tape. So yeah, back to the 90s. And yeah, you gotta be really careful. I think I know why it goes down, because like when you hold, you know, it's like when you hold it, it goes down. When you like, either hold circle or hold right or whatever button you're going to. And yeah, as you can see, I've already collected that gem. So yeah, it saves a gem, but like not everything else. I think you gotta be careful. Yep, I made it across. I knew it's possible to make it past with that mechanic. Just made it. Motherfucker. Like, man, that really takes the piss, and not to mention, like, that was really stupidly positioned. It's like right next to that crate where like you're bouncing to get all that Wumpa fruit. That takes the piss big time. That probably takes the piss. Oh, great. Perfect though. I'll just wait for that to blow up, so then the checkpoint saves that crate. Oh, and here we go again. Ah, motherfucker. Ah, shit, here we go again. Wow, okay, I missed that crate. But even if when he's like that far ahead of you, I mean that far behind you, he can still get you. That's the fucked up part. Man, like those platforms falling down, like no one would have seen that coming. Like that's a surprise attack right there. That's a surprise attack from like directly from the developers right there. Well, okay, now I know where like that animation is supposed to play. Yeah, I sort of confused it for this area from that second one, but yeah. Anyways, here we are at the end of the level, and as you can see, I've completed it 100%. Dino Dash is 100% complete. Yeah, it's pretty dope how you can like do this sort of animation as well. I just replay just to mock people. And proceed to the next level like a boss. But yeah, it's really cool how you can like make Crash do like this sort of funky ass dance. It's fucking hilarious. But anyways, let's continue. Oh hey, Catboy1197. Welcome to the live stream. How you enjoying Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time so far, if you've played the demo? But yeah, next up we'll be playing Ship Happens, which will be the final level in the game. So which is also aka the Cortex timeline to Snow Way Out. So let's jump into Ship Happens. What a name, like these puns that they have, especially for a kids game. It says, how's your day? Yeah, pretty decent. I mean, although it could have been a lot better, but it is what it is. It's manageable now. I'm doing this stream, so I'm feeling better. How's your day? Like in those regards. Anyways, While you answer, I'm just gonna jump into Ship Happens. So yeah, now it's Cortex's turn. Time for some Cortex gameplay, mofos.
The Bandicoots are en route. I must reach the spot.
Okay, so here we are with Cortex's gameplay. And like, in a way, it's still sort of like the gameplay in Crash Insanity, but slightly different. Instead, you don't have the radial blast anymore. Just the jumping and shooting is the same. Okay, so now like, his gameplay is really fun. By the way, here's what you can do with enemies. You can turn them into platforms, and if you shoot that platform a second time, you can gelatinize that platform. And I know what went wrong there. I didn't press circle, so that's what fucked me up. But yeah, circle you can do like a sort of dash, which is pretty neat. But yeah, I'll make sure I'll collect these Wumpa fruits and everything. Oh yeah, by the way, you can also bounce pretty high and all, which is helpful. Yeah, in terms of like shooting your enemies and turning them into platforms and gelatinizing them, that's also to do with timing as well. Okay, I did that too high. Yeah, I play various games, Catboy. I play a lot of Crash Bandicoot, Rayman, Sonic the Hedgehog and such. A lot of platformers, and a lot of classic and modern games too, just to answer your question. And yeah, Little Garbo, a very subtle Cortex boss theme remix. The boss theme from Crash 1. Yeah, I know, like, they remix the Crash 1's boss fight theme with like mixed with the Snow Way Out theme. So like, in a way it builds up that Dr. Neo Cortex aesthetic to the game. You know, it's interesting, like, in a way, like, you know, Cortex's design in this game, it's like, in a way, that's also like a partial reference to like the Mutant series, especially to how his hair is not completely black in this game. It's like, it's navy, but like, it's not 100% noticeable, but you do see that it is navy. Okay, I'm gonna gelatinize this platform now. Just made it. Okay, now like, here's a section where like, if you want to complete 100%, like, you don't want to go straight up here, even though you can. It makes the most sense to actually, like, you know, like, gelatinize like those platforms. And you can use him to get up here, but I just got these crates to go over here. But like, I'm not gonna drop down there. Like, I only went up there as like an example. But yeah, like, there are enemies here. But like, what you can do here is that you can pretty much slide. And then like, when you're up here, you can like, you can just freeze this enemy, and then pretty much what you can do to get to those crates is that you want to use the dash mechanic. So you want to jump, but then use the dash mechanic in the middle. Yeah, you gotta be really lucky. Although like, it is actually quite seamless the way like it transitions. It's actually like, and I have to admit, like, everything bad that's happening over here, I have to admit, like, I'm taking full responsibility here because it's just me not pressing the buttons at the right time. Like, I know I can actually, in a way, in terms of how the physics are, how smooth they feel, like, I have a good feeling that I actually can one cycle this shit, like, one day in the future, or like, or even sometime in the near future, hell. Like, these mechanics are actually very user-friendly. So I really love what Toys for Bob and Beanox have done with this game. Like, they've collaborated like very well. Like, that's great teamwork from Toys for Bob and Beanox on the developer's side. Like, I actually find the Cortex gameplay, like, you know, really fun, and also like it's very entertaining at the same time it's, you know, it's really okay. I think I know what to do. I have to bounce on one of these platforms right here. Either that or I have to make one of them go higher. I have to bounce here. That makes perfect sense. I just remembered. Oh yeah, by the way, hidden gem over in this section. Not to forget. So yeah, like, it's a nice reference to Insanity and the Mutant series in terms of gameplay. Oh yeah, and over here, like, is pretty much another secret section which you can make it across. Okay, so there's this crate right here, but that's not the only thing that's here. I think there's something over here as well, unless I'm mistaken. At least I'm trying to remember. Okay, that fucked up. And I literally just made that as well. Imagine if this was Insane Trilogy, I would have slipped off that platform. With like the fucking pill-shaped hitboxes that they put in. I gotta say, like, it's great. I can't say this enough, like, epic, that is a brilliant team effort from both Toys for Bob and Beanox. But yeah, even though the gem's been collected, I still need to smash these crates. The way he drops like in the air though is hilarious. Like, he has that like little bit of animation where he's like freaking out or like pussying out, however you want to put it. Like, it works in your favor because like it doesn't fuck you over. Like, it gives you that bit of extra time in the air. And yeah, I think like, yeah, the only thing extra up here is just that crate. So yeah, that's just my memory, my muscle memory sort of playing up a bit per se.
On a cold winter's night, have yourself a bite of Bandicoot stew.
And I gotta love Lex Lang's dialogue. Epic as ever. Okay, now I gotta light dash through these nitro, well, above and below these nitro crates. You gotta really time your jump properly, and to bounce over here, man, you really gotta be careful. Okay, I pressed circle too early, and just like that, I accidentally walked into that shit. Lil Garbo says the effort put in is insane. No pun intended. Toys for Bob should be proud, and Beanox too, I guess. Yeah, man. Okay, let's do this shit. Oh, okay, like, man, the timing is not perfect, but I have to admit, like, I know this is just a beta build. By the way, like, the Akwaku mask that Cortex has, like, the fact that Cortex has an Akwaku mask protecting him, in a way, a lot of people have had questions about it, but that's presumably, like, a placeholder aspect. They're probably using that as a placeholder, so then, like, in the final game they can put Uka Uka protecting him. Although, like, those of you who are already playing the final game are like, I've already discovered that for real. If they've gotten up to that point in the game, that is. I don't even remember what the fuck to do. Yeah, and speak of the devil, here's Akwaku right now, or speak of the angel, since he's technically the good guy in the game. I don't think there's anything on that side unless I go down there. Nah, that's just suicide right there. Oh yeah, and when Cortex dies, he turns into a devil. When he dies of natural cause, he doesn't turn into an angel, which I find that really hilarious. But at the same time, like, it does make sense in terms of like the, you know, the good and evil dynamic, like in terms of characters per se. In terms of like characters and personality traits, so to speak. What the fuck? Okay, this is retarded. I mean, I know I'm like overshooting a jump, but then again, it's just gonna take a lot of getting used to. Okay, this is retarded. I know for a fact that in the full game I am gonna be dying a lot, just like I am in this demo. Like, everyone is gonna be dying a lot. It's a completely brand new experience for everyone. Okay, so I got everything here.
Just a few more steps and you'll be Bandicoot.
And here we are back again in Snow Way Out. So yeah, pretty much the same section with Crash, and as you can see, there are no crates up here anymore. So yeah, now we're pretty much playing the same level as before, but some elements have changed. Oh, this is interesting. I'm gonna see like what's back here. Wow, like, there's literally nothing. Like, how far can you go back? This is actually really interesting. You know, in a way it'd be kind of fucked up if they put some boxes back here. But yeah, I'm just gonna explore this area. I know I don't have to, but since there's nothing back here. But yeah, it's probably nothing. I don't think anyone else has actually done that, so yeah. Just for the hell of it, just for the shits and giggles, I'll just explore this area. Yeah, it is a piss take how like, you can easily lose your Akaku mask and die to them. Okay, yeah, the sliding mechanic is really helpful in this situation. Can't. I think it's like one of those situations in like Oddworld Abe's Odyssey where like there's no point in going back, but I'm not sure. It's like, you know, a lot of, it's the same area, but like all the elements have changed. But yeah, like, I'll just explore just for the hell of it. I mean, honestly, if they didn't want people going back here, they should have just blocked this off. So, really, this is on them. Because, like, this is obviously hinting at something. Otherwise, like, why would you, like, make a certain area accessible for no reason? Like, I'm actually interested to see if I can actually go all the way back to the beginning of the level. Like, on Crash's perspective. Can't. Anyways, we're pretty much at the beginning of the level now anyway. But like, still, I'm actually interested to see, like, what is to come of this. Well, as a matter of fact, we don't even have Kapunawa over here, so yeah, I'm really gonna have to take a leap over here. Wow, I actually made it across. And this, for some reason, there's an enemy here too. Like, what the fuck? And just like that, here we are at the back of the start of Snow Way Out. So like, yeah, now let's actually play through the level properly. So like they make you go all the way back here just to collect Capunoa, even though like it's not that much helpful. But I don't think you can keep her. But then anyways, we've explored the area now. It's pointless because we have Capunoa over here anyway. Just doing a bit of exploration there. Or re-exploration, because like even back then when I was playing the demo like for the first time, I was even exploring that, but like pretty much just forgot what was there, so like I figured I'd re-explore in the live stream. I think I'll do that just for fun when playing the Xbox version as well, just because, just for the hell of, you know, making the live stream last longer and just like staying on air for a longer amount of time for you guys. Yeah, I figured that crate won't be there anymore. Oh, I stand corrected, it is there. But yeah, some elements have changed, so yeah, you gotta be really careful. But yeah, for the Cortex section, it's really sinister, like, the way it plays. Yeah, last type of platform you want to be on top of is an ice platform, because you're just putting yourself at risk of effectively being turned into an ice popsicle. Just like, you just find yourself, like, completely ice cubed. Just like that, we fill this crate up. Okay, yeah, I want to be really careful. Although I like how when you turn in the air, like it kills that sort of momentum with that, you know, that you don't even want. Like, it's great that it sort of kills that unwanted momentum. So like in a way that actually works. That actually 100% works in your favor, unless you do it unintentionally, of course. Then that works completely against your favor, completely out of your favor. There's another way to put it. Okay, let's proceed with caution. Okay, so seeing as there are a lot of elements that have changed, we gotta be really careful of how we approach this. Of course, with that TNT crate right there. Man, this is gonna take time. Just getting all these crates and shit. Yeah, an ice platform is just not what we asked for. Yeah, fuck that. Wow, for some reason I'm using the analog stick now. I really don't know why, and I didn't even clock that until now, which is quite interesting. I don't know, I think I've been using that since Dino Dash, but I'm not entirely sure, but if that's the reason why I was dying like so much, then I don't know, maybe. It's interesting, like how this game controls well with analog as well. I mean, it is smoother on the thumb after all, so I'll give it that. Oh, that was close. Well, okay, like camera transitions still could be a bit smoother, hence how it sort of flickered there. Like as soon as I just landed on that platform, just from, you know, jumping on top of that, like jumping from the top of that exclamation mark crate that I've triggered. Okay, that was fuckery. Yeah, I had a feeling I should have jumped. Pity masks galore. But yeah, I might end up live streaming the Xbox One version of the demo at midnight. At this rate, I mean, it's approaching midnight. Well, it's not exactly approaching midnight over here at this necessarily at this point, but it is almost 10 at least, so like still a good few hours left. Yeah, like if you wanna, you know, collect everything over here, it's just smarter to not trigger any of the TNT crates until you get to the end, or just get that crate at the end and then when you come back trigger the TNT crate right at the end. They're piss takes. Yeah, that's the smart way to tackle that section. Speed the fuck out of this mofo. What? Wow, okay. It's way too many miscalculations, man. Honestly, I'm not even expecting to do this crap play. But yeah, here we are. Yeah, I apologize for the drops of Avermedia and shit, but yeah, I am using 2 capture cards here after all. The gems. Well, it's still running really smooth for what it's worth. Okay, I think I'll just... Okay, I think that... I know I fucked up there. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but... I think I'll just kill myself in case, like, there's something that I missed up there. Again, I'm not taking my chances. Fuck having to redo the level. What? Why? What was it with these shitty miscalculations, man? It's fucking delaying everything. Like, come on, like, don't make it get to the point where it's just taking the piss now. Like, come on, I want to complete this. Yeah, the icy platform is not what you want. Whoa, what the fuck? Whoa, that was so close. I was like, legit, what the fuck is going on there? Man, like, just... I didn't even have... I barely had a ledge to stand on. Like, Crash was legit tempting fate there. Oh, and I lost an Okaku mask as a result of that. Cunt. Okay, I think I know what to do. Yeah, I knew exactly what to do. Yeah, at least I can get as high as possible. Because I got high. Because I got high. Yeah. You get the picture. Okay. Yeah, before I hit that checkpoint, I'm gonna go, like, to the left side. What the f- Okay. Piss take miscalculation. It's like, talk about a cock tease, like, dangle false hope in front of my face much. Like, talk about a motherfucking cock tease. Like, that was a piss take and a half right there. If not a piss take and 3/4. Like, if you want to call it that. If you want to go that far, that is. But yeah, it is what it is. I have to admit, it's pretty neat how you can chain, like, spinning an enemy into one of the crates. That's dope as fuck. That's legit dope as fuck. You know, it's interesting how, like, the sound effect for the body slam, in a way, it sounds like, what do you call it? Like, it actually sounds like, you know, that jetboard sound effect from that jetboard acceleration sound effect from Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, but like partially amended, like, to fit the animation. Okay, and here we have like an exclamation mark crate right here. But yeah, almost about time we went to the next checkpoint. Okay, just get a decent platform. Okay, ice platform, not exactly what I had in mind, but at least this one doesn't fall down. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I know exactly what happened. Like, it fills in these two crates, and then these lot get filled in. And as you can see right here, like, for those of you who have played Insane Trilogy, oh for fuck's sake! And I'm all the way back here. And now, like, I'm gonna have to wait till I get there again. It's repetitive as hell, but you know, it's a process. It's just learning the game. Let's do this shit. I'm still not gonna stop. Nah, that's just taking the piss, man. That should be light work by now. It's like those moments where, like, you should be past a certain area by now. Honestly, like, whoever's attempting to try and complete this game, like, 106%, like, on day one, good fucking luck to you. Cause, like, you're in for more than one hell of a challenge. I mean, I'm probably one of those people and more, but still, like, I know what I'm getting myself in for. Okay, yeah, I gotta be really careful. Yeah, that's pretty dope. The way you can like chain those bounces as well, just to get up there. Honestly, like, in my opinion, that's the best way to get up there. Just like use one of the crates just to get up there, and you have a, like, you result in the higher bounce overall. And that took the piss. Like, come on. But yeah, I'm still excited for this game nevertheless. Man's still pumped. Like, the gameplay, it feels so free, but at the same time it's like, you can easily fuck up. Like, if it goes too far, if you like overshoot the jump. Okay, be really careful. What? Come on, man. I was meant to land on that. Like, this is legit not happening right now. Like, I haven't even started live streaming the Xbox version yet. And apparently more people have been having trouble on that version, so I've seen. Can't. That was very unfortunate timing, and I was not even intending to touch that crappy ass TNT crate, but that's what that outcome resulted in. Apparently, not touching a TNT crate like constitutes touching a TNT crate. Well, of course I wasn't intending to, but it happened anyway. Anyways, let's concentrate. Anyways, anyone in the chat, has anyone in the chat played the demo, for those of you who are watching this live? Because like, it'd be interesting to know like your thoughts on the gameplay mechanics in general and such, and I don't want to spin the checkpoint too early, because then I would have to go through like some of these cycles again, so I just want to make sure like all this is out the way. Okay. Now, just don't do anything stupid like fucking mechanics or jumps. And yeah, by the way, yeah, as I was gonna say, like, as you can see, like, the crate formations right here, you can see, like, in a way, it pulls, like, somewhat, like, it's pretty much pulling, for those of you who have played Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy and have played the Future Tense, and have played, like, the Future Tense DLC level, these crate formations right here pretty much pull a Future Tense right here. Based on the way they're laid out, it's like a TNT crate surrounded by like 4 like crates that you can actually break without taking damage. But yeah, since I've completed them, like, you know, the way that I've pretty much intended to smash them, like breaking them all before the TNT crates actually break, or before the TNT crates actually exploded, that actually worked in my favor. So yeah. Finally glad we're past that section. Let's Kapuna what this shit. I'm just trying to see if there's something up there, but... Okay. I know I could have waited, but at the same time I kinda did that on purpose, just to try and see if there's anything up there. Well, okay, that was retarded. I wasn't intending to do that. I wasn't intending to do that in the slightest. Okay, managed to get that safe and sound. Okay, I'm gonna have to chain this and those platforms together at the same time. Yeah, it's all to do with timing. You gotta time this perfectly. And you don't even take damage to using Kapunawa with that shit. Which is pretty dope, I gotta say. But you can actually disable it manually too, like you don't even have to wait for a cycle to go past. Wow, what a dick. Trust me, like, it's not as easy as it seems. Oh, are you taking the piss? Like, I legit could have gotten all 4 of them then. Wow, I like that background sound effect. It's like dun dun dun. Like when, like, you know, like during the animation, I mean like during the, you know, the effect that was playing in the background. Okay, I gotta be careful here. Yes, perfectly calculated. Okay, I know what fucked up there. Perfect, I redeemed myself for that. I've redeemed myself. Nah, there's nothing up here. At least to my memory. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to mention no bonus rounds in, you know, the Cortex sections. Even though, like, we're in the crash section of the Cortex, of like the Cortex level now. Yeah, it's helpful to use Kapunas, then like you're less at risk of getting blown up by that nitro crate while you're actually in the process of bouncing in between those two like Wumpa Fruit loaded crates. Those bouncy Wumpa Fruit loaded crates. By the way, like, helpful tip in terms of aesthetics, like you see like these brown lined crates, like these normal ones are no longer like the crates that contain, like, you know, that contain 10 Wumpa Fruits. Like, cause now, like, you see, like, aesthetically, it's those crates that are actually 100% like jam-packed with Wumpa Fruit inside of them. Like, you can literally see, like through the crates that there's Wumpa Fruit inside them, which is a nice aesthetic approach that they've taken. Okay, now let's Kapunawa this shit. And you don't even have to use like every single platform, just use whichever one works best. You can just use the one that's furthest to get you across and then just like slide and double jump, which is what I've been doing. Okay, just slide this motherfucker, there we go. It's legitimately fuckery right here. I mean, like, I gotta say, like, I can legitimately get used to these controls. I do like the transitions that, you know, this music takes as well. Like, especially when you get, like, to later on in the level. Oh, what? Okay, that fucked up big time. And yeah, we don't have Kapunawa here, so we can't slow down time anymore. And I just saved myself. Yeah, I was just speculating on what was behind there, so yeah, I was paying attention. I was just speculating what was further on, like potentially what was further back there, so yeah. Oh, come on man, overshoot that jump. You see, that's the Crash 1 momentum. That's like the Crash 1 type momentum kicking in right there. Like, legit, that's the Crash 1 type momentum kicking in right there, bro. Like, you can manifest it for real. Like, it's easy to anticipate. Like, if you're, you know, used to the original Crash 1 and such. Okay, that fills that in. Okay, that was close. Okay, I know exactly what this does, man. Well, at least... Well, we don't necessarily need Kapunwa for these ones, because these are slow as fuck. I think, like, the best approach would be, like, doing that last. Because since this one doesn't disappear, we might as well get this one out of the way first. Wow, like, okay. I have to admit, I was expecting that to go down, but at the same time, I wasn't expecting it to go down that fast. I was gonna jump eventually, you know, but it was, the timing of it was just very unfortunate. Hey, come on, don't take the piss. Wow, like, I didn't even... It's like, I didn't even bounce in that crate. Yeah, another thing I've been noticing, like, when you jump, like, towards a crate, it's like, you don't even have to wait to land on them just for them to break. Like, you can jump into them mid-air and they'll still break. Like, that's something that was never a thing in any of the Crash Bandicoot games. I know that for a fact. Like, for real, that was never a mechanic in any Crash Bandicoot game to begin with. Okay, I know the exact approach to take, and it doesn't even take a lot. Yeah, smash these crates first because they had a timer on them, and of course those crates back there. Who can forget the crates behind the waterfall? Smash these two mofos. Ah, Akuraku mask. Even though we're practically at the end of the level as it is right now, I'm on the verge of completing the level. Man, I better have completed 100%. Otherwise this is insane fuckery. And yes, I've completed 100% with all crates, so yeah. I got the gem and all. Pretty dope. And yeah, it is sick how Crash actually takes selfies every time he completes a level now. Nice transition music as well. And yeah, like Crash is just like fucking partying like it's the 90s again. But yeah, these loading screens, like, I can't like stress enough how like they could have been used in, they could have done something like this in like the previous installments within Crash Bandicoot's comeback. And yeah, for that spinning circle on the bottom, on like the bottom left, like that's actually seen in the Skylanders games as well, and no surprise since Toys for Bob were also the developers of all of the Skylanders games, so no surprise there. So yeah, that's pretty much the demo complete on the PS4, and I'll be back shortly enough to play the Xbox One version of the demo although technically it is the same thing, but you know, I want to get used to like both controllers, well, pretty much playing the game like on both platforms of like both controllers, so then like I pretty much have like, you know, an ergonomical like a better picture of how like I can ergonomically play both versions in terms of how they feel to play like on both controllers. Not to mention like differences between like how, you know, the game itself would play per different version. But yeah. Anyway, but before I exit, I'll showcase something interesting like in these levels. And it's pause menu based, so yeah, every time you pause the game, like a certain level, it states the location that you're in. And yeah, that swirl right there on the bottom left, that is from Skylanders. Like the last time I've seen that was back in Skylanders Imaginators, when Crash Bandicoot actually made his epic comeback in 2016, which is more than about time. So anyways, let's pause the game, and as you can see, the 11th dimension, as you can see, like, it's Snow Out is set in the 11th dimension in 1954. So yeah, it's an alternate universe, pretty much. And yeah, and as you can see, like, we have all of the gems, but at the same time. But there's only one missing, due to how, like, you know, pretty much it's due to how you can actually complete the level without dying, which is very challenging, or it's like a speedrun mechanic, but I'm only here to showcase the demo in general. Wow, like, I like those background effects as well on the pause menu whenever you move. But yeah, that's dope as hell. I like how you can go to quit the title and never mind. Okay, let's see what Dino Dash is set. Again, like, I really like these loading screens. I mean, they looked awesome in the alpha build of the demo, and in the beta build of the demo, they've improved them a lot more. Cause now, like, you see like a more of like a warping and swirling animation, whereas before it was just shattering glass, and like, you know, like shattering glass, like in a combination with like, you know, time-based mist per se. Well, not exactly mist, but it's more of a like a time aesthetic, like pretty much like time vortex visuals. It's a better way to put it. So yeah, so in Dino Dash it's set in the Oedipus dimension 88 million BCB. So yeah, like, it's a prehistoric era, but set back in, but of course set in an alternate universe, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, again, like, I've completed the level 100% apart from speedrunning it, so yeah. Or either speedrunning it or, you know, completing the level without dying. Which of course is gonna be a massive challenge. But yeah. Oh, thanks very much for the followers, guys. Like Catboy1197 and Daniel Constable. If that's Daniel Constable from back in school, then yeah, like, long time no see, bro. Like, it's interesting to like play these games, and yeah, it's nice to, you know, see you show up in my live stream as well. I've actually had like another old school friend show up in live streams, like, previously. But yeah, so we know where that's set in now, like, ship happens. I think that's set in the same era of, what do you call it, of Snow Way Out. But yeah, thanks to you two, I'm now up to 203 followers on Twitch, which I highly appreciate.
The Bandicoots are en route. I must reach the spot.
Gotta love Lex Lang's legendary voice acting right there. Speaking of which, he's actually doing a live stream for fans' autographs on the release date of Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, which is slowly approaching now in just a few hours. Okay, so ship happens, it's set in the exact era of Snow Way Out. So yeah, as you can see, it's set in the 11th dimension in 1954, so yeah, an alternate universe. Interesting how like they pick 1954 of all years as well, or maybe it's just like a year that they just thought from the top of their head. But then again, like with a game that's set in the multiverse, you can pretty much do anything with it. You can pretty much have them go from any point in time without retconning like the series, without retconning future titles that were set like after Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. So yeah, this game should hopefully tie in the events with Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped and Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex canonically. Okay, so this is pretty interesting, and some of you who are watching this like when I had to go to dinner, I hope you guys were enjoying like this epic theme that they've composed for Crash 4. Man, it looks dope. Okay. Yeah, it would have been nice if someone would have filled in, like jumped into the Dingo Crash Discord server and filled in, but never mind. But yeah, anyways people. So yeah, that pretty much concludes this livestream. I shall be back shortly playing the Xbox version of the demo. So yeah, I've just played the PS4 version of the Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time demo on the PS4 Pro. And next up, I shall be playing the Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time demo on the Xbox One X. Just so you guys can, you know, enjoy the demo or enjoy seeing me play the demo and like adventure through it, and also at the same time like deal with whatever fuckery comes my way. But yeah, I know for a fact that it's gonna be extremely challenging, especially for the final game, but hey, that's what we expect from a new game, you know. With every new game brings a new experience. It's not a remaster, so yeah, we should dive into this game with a fresh aesthetic, or with fresh impressions, a fresh mindset, fresh first impressions, and pretty much like a fresh state of mind per se. So yeah, shortly I shall be live streaming the Xbox One X version of the demo, so don't nobody go nowhere. But apart from that, for those of you who are watching this live who haven't followed me on Twitch yet, feel free to follow me on Twitch in order to keep yourself updated for future live streams that I should be doing, especially if you're staying tuned for the next live stream that should happen very shortly. And for those of you who are watching this archived on YouTube, feel free and be sure to subscribe, like or rate, however you want to put it. Drop a comment below to leave constructive feedback if you possibly can, and or share around with your friends and family, whoever they may be, and see you lot on whatever's up next on my channel. Until then, laters everyone, peace out.